Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? I think they can hear me. All right, we're live. You were muted, Jeremy. Don't worry. Everything else everybody else was saying was muted. It was just me they could hear. Jeremy was like, oh, crap. No, I had you guys muted. Don't worry. Yes, welcome back. Thursday nights. Back to Achtung, Cthulhu. Last time we were here, we did a one-shot of Savage Worlds Pathfinder, and we had fun, question mark. I don't know. I would like to do a long-term game of that next, but not next. I'm really I'm leaning into Nyarlathotep when we're done this. I know we've said we've done a lot of Cthulhu, but I really want to get back to that. I really want to get back to that's like that is the plan.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
like nothing is going to deviate me from that at this point. Is going back to Nyarlathotep after this. So there you go. I haven't told the players that. This is the first they've heard of it.
Well, we're
Very
excited
excited to
for
hear
it
this.
too. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then
Louis Salvatore.
something long term Pathfinder. But I do want to, yeah, we need to go back to Nyarlathotep. But yeah, so we're back tonight. We're picking up on a brand new chapter tonight in Achtung Cthulhu. We're going to Egypt. We just finished Rome last session. And we're going to see what happens in Egypt. Because we faced some serpent people in Rome, which was pretty cool. Not just soldiers. We've actually fought monsters for once. We have a golden shield we're carrying around in our bassinet. And we'll see what happens. So we'll do a round table. We'll get ready to do introductions of the characters and let everybody know what you took for your advance. Everybody got an advance for finishing that chapter, so I'll let them know what you picked. So we'll start with Pavel.
Yes, I'm Pavel Voracek and good friend Gregor. I'm spiritual leader, I'm dreamwalker, I am, wandering nomadic druid, and I like to go into the dreamland sometimes as well, and I summon, mighty tornadoes and whirlwinds, and I really just kind of screw up all sorts of clumps of people. It's very fun, and Gregor likes decapitated heads, so there's that too. I took, let's see. I increased my survival as it is my most common spellcasting skill because it's where mysticism is at. And although I dabble in occultism as well, mostly mysticism.
Very cool. Griffin,
So
thank
my
you
spells
for...
will be even better now.
As if they weren't good enough already. Griffin, thank you for dropping by and then for subbing. Very much appreciated. I'm sorry you can't stay here with us tonight, but appreciate you dropping in. Oh, thank you. Thank you. April's in here. I'm going to set up a host for us on the Mediffies channel. Awesome. Thanks so much. Very much appreciated. Megan, can you tell us about Ruby and let us know about your advance?
Look, I play Ruby McKay. She's from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. She's a nurse. She followed her the love of her life, Roger, over to England. He mysteriously died, and she walked away without a scratch. Decided to join the medical corps to see what she could do, and she got herself caught up with this fantastic and rambunctious group of individuals, adventurers. What are we?
Soldiers? Question mark? I don't know.
We are specials. We are special agents. We do special things.
Yeah.
We're the pointy end of the spear.
With smiles. We always smile. I was thinking that, if Ruby should ever perish, I want to play Gregor. I think that
Oh God, please. All right.
That would be
now
amazing.
you're going to die. That's a shame. You shouldn't have said that. Because now I
tempting fate so hard.
Oh goodness, that'd be great.
So anyway, so what I did is I found that like Ruby's insight and so forth sucked balls. So I decided to give a couple of added points to some skills, because it was really awful. Anytime I tried to do any kind of insight, it's like no, critical fail. And much to everyone's dismay, I would assume I did give myself some bits to coordination also, which will increase my stealth ability, but we'll see where that goes.
Very cool. All right, Aaron, tell us about Leopold. What did Leopold take as their advance?
Leopold Brun He's a young man. He was born in Munich. He is a son of two very powerful psychic families. Goes back generations. He was raised in a school for gifted youngsters in Munich, where both his parents were teachers. However, in 1933, his mother had a premonition. Her precognitive abilities told them that they must flee Germany ahead of an advance of a great evil. So the family moved to Great Britain, where he continued his studies as an insightful telepath. During our sojourn from Rome to Egypt, he sank into a telepathic communion with his father, who guided him on a meditation, training him. And in that, he learned a great new psychic ability called remote viewing, which will give Matt great headaches in the near future. That is Leopold.
Yeah.
Leopold Brun. Leo to his friends.
It's not gonna. Yep, I'm loving this new power. It's gonna be great. I can't wait. It's gonna be great. All right, and Jeremy, tell us about Jonathan, and what did Jonathan take as an advance?
I'm Sergeant Jonathan Morris, career soldier. I'm pretty straightforward. An experimental subject. People call me a super soldier. I just like beat people in the head with the shield. It's simple. And I maxed out my resilience because I can't do whirlwinds or psychic powers, but I'm a bullet sponge. So, I'm going to get myself better at that.
You're unstoppable. Right?
It's true.
It's true.
Almost the juggernaut, but not quite.
It's true. All right.
I made you groan already.
I know. I can't touch you, but it's okay. So yeah, as for last time, we went to the catacombs underneath Vienna. They found these one-armed serpent people that were inhabiting the crypts down there. You found a passage that led to this like clamshell that was being held up by these strange alien-like dolphin statues. And when you enter the room, the clamshell snapped shut. There was this golden shield in the middle of it. And someone had to go up to one of those statues with the open mouth and stick their hand in there. And you found there was a device in there that would prick you and your blood would drop. And you did so, and it opened up because you weren't an evil snake person. So it was given to you. You were able to take this artifact. So after that, you decided it was time to get the hell out of Rome. Things were starting to get a little hot there in regards to the potential war that is going to break out across Europe here anytime. And you're shifting down to Africa because Ehrlichman's notes did mention Cairo. So that you're not too far away from Egypt, your current location. So naturally, you figured you would head down there. So you have made contact with Strang. You made him aware of the shield that you've acquired and also that statue. I believe it was of Athena.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And let him know your intentions of where you're going to head next. So I'm going to read a little thing here. Cairo is hot, dusty, and extremely busy when you arrive. A scene unchanged in millennia. People mill around and someone always seems to be yelling. Donkeys and camels clash with cars, and the whole city seems to be one gigantic traffic jam. According to Ehrlichman's translated notes, the German archaeologists of the DOG, which is the Deutsche Orient Gesellschaft, as a reminder of what that stands for, uncovered a black stone held in the archives of the Cairo Museum of Antiquities. The black stone lists, in roundabout terms, the locations of 5 civilizations established across the globe by the survivors of an even older culture. The notes also suggest that a local retired army engineer, a Major Aloysius Blythe Manders, is also worth talking to. As Strang says, it's a start. So I'll give you a little rundown here. You can have studied Ehrlichman's notes on the way to Cairo and kind of get some information on Egypt as you made your way there and uncover what he wrote in there. So the Egypt section of his diary is the largest section out of the whole thing. He's spent more time focusing on the artifacts and Cairo and the history here itself than anything else. So it looks like the stories told to him by his professor that led him to the DOG archives in Berlin and the rediscovery of the Black Stone here in Cairo. Ehrlichman was convinced can still be found here in the basement of antiquities, but it talks about it being lost. And his professor or mentor didn't believe it was still here, but he was convinced it's still here in the museum itself. And Ehrlichman is sure, or was sure, that there's something wrong with the original translation and interpretation of the hieroglyphic scripts on the stone. So there's like an etching within the book, and there's like this spiral, and it's almost like a double-lined spiral. And this was an etching that was made or taken off of the original stone, the black stone found here in Cairo. So he was convinced in his notes that it's not complete, and he wanted to go here and get a complete rubbing or copy of these hieroglyphs. What else? He talks about a place called Armana, the rising of the sun on the horizon, and he does not believe it is the place to be searching for the artifact. That's where the DOG felt it was, but he is not convinced that that's where it is. What else? Around the notes on Armana Akatan and his strange rain, there are sketches of swirling symbol, which look very much like a blemish found on the rubbing taken on the black stone. So again, there's pictures again of this double-lined spiral, and it seems incomplete. And also, written near the notes on the black stone, these spirals, you have the name of a Major Aloysius Blythe Manders and the word Cairo written next to his name. And that's really all you have to go off of at this point as you make your way into Cairo. Bustling Cairo. So, we've got a couple of leads. What would you like to do? Where would you like to go? Is there anywhere you'd like to go see to start things off?
Well, my friends, what do you think? Should we attempt to track down this Major Aloysius Blythe Manders first? Or do you want to reconnoiter at the museum?
I mean, I like reconnoiter, but let's be honest, if we do that, we're just going to make a beeline right to the basement.
Yes. That's probably where, we go. Or we break into a place and we try to rubbing or something and they kick us out and it would be bad. But maybe this major would be able to give us context, lay of land, that sort of thing. Maybe.
This
Or
time,
he just tries to kill us, who knows?
this is going to be great. We're going to be subtle. So subtle. Clandestine.
Stealthy, yes. Absolutely.
We got this.
Yes.
Going to blend in.
But of course we will.
It is our calling card.
Who would look at us and think askance? Sergeant Morris, you with your great golden shield. It is quite common here in Egypt, I am sure.
We
I
won't
got a
blend
shawl
in.
I could put over my face. Nobody will recognize me.
Perhaps we once again put your shield in a pram and you can have a baby with us, Lieutenant Mackey.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we threw the old baby away because it sucked compared to the new baby.
Well, truth be told, the old baby was like bloody, so perhaps this way we can, I don't know, get something a little. I don't know about you, but it's hot, it's dusty, it's loud. So let's get out of this train station, which is where I'm assuming we are.
A train or a port. So you took
We probably would have come in on the steamer.
on boat. Yep.
There.
I say we go to. We try to speak to the major. It seems like a good thing to do.
Do the notes from Ehrlichman indicate anywhere we might find this major?
They do not, other than Cairo. That's all that's written next to his name.
He apparently is a British major in Cairo, so perhaps we should check around where expats from the First World War find themselves. There are many hunters' clubs and the like in Cairo. My Egyptian is quite good. Perhaps we just ask around and see if we can locate him.
That sounds lovely.
Mm-hmm.
You are quite lovely, Lieutenant McKay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so what do you want to look for? Where do you want to go? You want to start asking around to this Major Aloysius Blythe?
First, I think we
Matters.
should go into the marketplace and spend some money on some more appropriate clothing. Not to say that we stick out like sore thumbs, but we stick out like sore thumbs.
You
as
really do.
Americans would say.
Don't forget, Pavel wears like extraordinarily colorful, clothes. Like really, everything's bright, rainbow colors.
Sure,
floral. It's pretty great.
As you're standing there in the port, like locals are staring at the four of you. You really stand out.
Let us go into the Casbah and we will buy some clothes, and then we will begin our search. Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right.
So set off. You can ask a local where the nearest market is, and they'll tell you, or even someone who's not local, someone who's working maybe on one of the ships, European or something, and they'll point you in the direction down the road and let you know, like, hey, watch yourselves. There's a lot of people who like to take advantage of tourists here, so be aware. Watch your wallets.
Okay.
Well, I don't carry a wallet, so that is good. Yeah, it wouldn't be a problem for me.
All right, so I'm just gonna put a razor blade in my back pocket then.
He sees your.
I give all my money to Gregor, and if they want to screw with the marmot, well, then that's their priority.
So, quick question: before we got off the boat, would Pavel and I had an opportunity to bind our mantle so that we have access to our abilities?
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Zero difficulty.
Get some momentum here.
God, I forget how to do this.
Stare deep into the marmot's eyes.
I know it's been a couple weeks, right? I also have Sirenscape going. If anybody's on Sirenscape, you can hear the streets of Cairo right now. Oh my goodness.
It begins already.
Would you like to give me some threat? So my threat is also reset because it's the beginning of adventure. Would you like to give me some threat?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll give you some threat, and I'll take the 1 point of momentum because I only needed to get. Well, I didn't have to get any successes at all, but
Yeah.
Mine dropped back down to the base threat, whatever that is when it starts adventure 4 threat or whatever it was. So I'm not sitting on 14 anymore.
Would everyone like me to attempt to link our minds again so we are in communication regardless of what goes on in our area?
Only if you
Yes,
include
please.
Gregor. It's hilarious.
Of
Yes,
course,
he's-
Gregor is a component of our most excellent squad.
He's been trying to learn to read while on the boat. It's not gone well, but he's trying.
Oh, Gregor, such a sweet marmot. I mean, I've not known very many.
So, is it okay if I use 1 point of momentum to get an extra die?
Knock yourself out, man.
No.
Make it work.
Absolutely not.
You're too generous. 3 successes, so we get it
There
back,
we go.
and we are mentally linked.
Mentally mind linked. So you
Oh,
can
so-
communicate non-verbally.
So for 5 hours, as long as we stay within medium range of one another, we don't have to talk.
Nice.
Hi.
Hi.
Greg,
forgot
it is
about
so
that.
good to hear about your mental voice again.
Oh god.
Your mental strength is increasing exponentially. We will make a very
Yes.
powerful telepath of you.
Yes.
And Sergeant Morris has guaranteed to get you ahead soon.
It's true. And maybe, if you want to read, I'll get you one of those nice picture books.
Yes. It's got 2 words now.
I mean, it's double.
Hi.
It's great.
Yes.
Love Gregor.
Oh.
All right. So, to the streets of Cairo. People are looking at you. People are sizing you up as you walk by. The odd person comes up and they start speaking to you. They see that you are. They most likely assume that you're Europeans. They start speaking to you first in like French, and then they'll jump over to like English and
I slipped right into Egyptian. Flawless Egyptian.
Arabic.
Yep.
Or Egyptian. Yeah.
Egyptian dialect of Arabic, yep.
also have Arabic. I don't have a dialect though, just as Arabic.
That's fine. That's fine. So it comes over to you and, hey, do you need a hand? Can I help? Can I show you around? Can I help you? Where are you headed? Do you have a place to stay tonight? And he's kind of like, shifting between languages, trying to find one that you understand as he does so.
So in Arabic, I say, first we are looking for a marketplace where we may buy some more appropriate clothing, and then we will be looking for either the British consulate or a location where old soldiers from Great Britain like to perhaps drink their tea. If you can assist us in this, perhaps we can expand on our relationship. We will be here for quite a while and we need help.
Oh, yes. He speaks back to you in Arabic, so Pavel can also understand this, but I'm assuming Jonathan and Ruby do not understand Arabic. Yes. Oh, you speak my language. And he holds out his hands. For a small fee, I'm willing to help you.
Do we have money?
I would assume you have money.
Not Pavel.
You would have been given money by the department for your mission.
He pulls out Leo pulls out a few shekels and he's like, I will give you this now. If you execute everything as we have discussed it, I will give you 10 times this amount when we reach the British consulate or a location where all the British soldiers hang out after we have purchased our clothing.
Okay. He takes it and yes, and he stuffs it in his shirt. Everybody go ahead and make me a roll here. Make me a... insight observation.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
So in Arabic...
Difficulty 1.
What is your name? We're so rude. We forgot to introduce ourselves. My name is Pavel. This is Gregor. It's like not even at all.
Holy
what is your name? Oh man, Aaron.
Aaron's on a roll tonight. Literally. He goes, pardon. My name is Mohammed.
Mohammed, pleasure to meet you. Like I said, Pavel, and I'll introduce everyone. I'll do made-up names, not real ones for everyone else. You know?
Sure.
But
Betsy,
this
Stan.
is Tony, right?
Yeah,
There. This is Tony. This is Lucia, and this is Sammy. They're very happy to see you. Yes.
I'll take the complication this time. 2 complications in a roll. I mean, the gods are demanding it.
It's gonna be. It's gonna be like a fail forward. FYI. So everywhere you passed, you see him like look over, like when you pocket the money, and he looks over to like 2 other men who are standing nearby, like near a corner of an alley, and he kind of like nods to them, like trying to do it on the sly, but all of you pick up on it, and he goes back, like, and then he turns, okay, yes, I will take you to where you need to go.
I did succeed.
You did succeed. Yep.
So once I see this, I will immediately read his mind.
Oh God. Okay.
To find out what he's setting us up for. So it's mind reading difficulty 2, opposed by the target's will and resilience.
Will and resilience. Let's see here. Okay.
And
oh God. Okay.
Can I use 2 momentum so I can do this without him realizing that I'm doing it?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay. Please don't get another complication.
Oh,
Nice.
Whoa! And so he gets to resist it?
Yeah, it's opposed by the target's will and resistance.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
He does not. So you can see in his mind, like you see like a vision of like these like guys waiting in wait around a corner with like daggers out and an ambush that he's planning for the 4 of you.
My friend Mohammed.
Yes. Shall we
I
go to
want
the...
I want to explain something very quickly to you. This is very important for both you and for us. if your friends ambush us, you die first. You understand this, yeah? You die first.
And you're like saying this in perfect Arabic, right? He seems kind of confused, and he seems like startled by this. And, what friends? What friends? No, you are my friends. You are my friends.
No, my friend Muhammad, we all know what you have done. So, understand, as I have said very clearly, your other friends will die, but you will die first. And I will be the one who kills you. Or you can take us, and you can get us our clothes, and you can take us where we want to go for the money I have already provided you, because you get no bonus for attempting to murder us. Or you can die in the street today. You decide now.
If I could interject, maybe your friends, they could work as well. They could, they could look out for other people who might be following us and things like that. There's no reason to make this a hostile situation. They could, we could pay them too. And, if you'd rather that not be the case. Tony would really like to hurt someone.
I rolled reason for him to kind of understand, because he's a little confused right now about what you're talking about. And he's not the sharpest tool, we'll say. And Muhammad is not understanding. No, I have no. You are my friends. You are my friends. I don't understand this talk of me dying. Why we talk of dying? I help you. You find your friends and take you to market. And he seems very oblivious to what you're heavily hinting at.
All right, Muhammad. Clearly, you are not understanding what I am trying to explain. I am a sorcerer of great power, and I have reached into your mind and pulled the knowledge that you have signaled to those two men to meet us in the alley with their knives and to kill us and then to take everything we have. Now, I do not want this to happen. I do not want to be forced to use my powers to utterly obliterate your entire body. And Sergeant Morris does not want to kill both of your friends with his bare hands. However, we are more than willing to do it. So, do we now understand one another?
He just shouts, "Run!" And he starts running away from you. You see the two men that were nearby start to break away also.
Oh. Okay, well, I guess we're looking by ourselves then.
He caught on that time.
Couple knees. Maybe they'll answer questions.
And shoot him in the kneecaps as he's running away.
Nah, I can run him down.
Sure, but what do we want to make such a scene? I mean, we just showed up here.
However,
We said we were going to be stealthy this time. We were going to keep it on what the kids say, the down low, and we didn't.
It's
I
so
will say this though,
hard.
Sergeant Morris. If we see him again or his two friends, I would very much like to see what you do with their heads, like the coconuts, as you described on the journey over here.
You put the lime in the coconut.
I still don't understand what this means, but I want to see it very much.
It's a little bit like waterboarding. You just shove the whole lime into their mouth and just do this, and they go, "Ah," and it's acidic and it's really uncomfortable for them. It's hilarious for me.
This will be very fascinating, but perhaps Pavel is correct. We should be more stealthy about the approach. So I'm quite sure between us, we can find our own way through the marketplace.
All right. You did get...
Well, who's Lucille? Who's Tony?
Oh, I was thinking maybe to be stealthy, we come up with secret identities and such. So
Oh, yeah.
Tony, very big man. He looks very threatening. You are Lucille. I forgot what I called Leo. I think it's like
Sammy.
Samuel or something.
Ah.
Sammy. Yes. See, it'd be fun, and no one will know the difference. So if they're looking for us. They won't be able to find us because we are not our normal names.
Oh, this is so exciting. This might make Egypt, the heat and all that stuff, just bearable. Okay.
We get to start anew and be different people where no one knows us and do whatever we want, right?
Pavel, you're brilliant. I love this.
I don't know. I'm quite insane, and there's a very fine line between. Thank you, and yes.
I think this was one of your more lucid ideas. But let's carry on.
Is there like is there like proper businesses in marketplace? Do we see people, or is it just like carts and things like that? Is there proper
There's
business place?
combination of both. Like
We should
like
speak
Ibn said in
with
the
a
chat, you can
reputable-
find literally anything in the bazaar. There's animals for
yes.
sale, there's food, there's textiles, there's antiquities, there's tourist trinkets there, and people are like coming up to you and they're asking you to buy things and they're showing you their wares as you make your way up into this bazaar. You seem to be bombarded because you are obviously not local and you are dressed very brightly, maybe extravagantly
Nicely.
compared to what
Nicely.
these people are wearing. So
Handsome.
Pavel, you in particular, people are coming up to you and they're offering you things, and like I said, you're getting like
Oh.
bombarded with a number of languages at first till you know they know what you
I know
understand.
several, so it's very good. Yes, but not that French. It is mongrel and non-existent to me.
Yeah,
But
what is
anyhow,
French?
it is like make believe. It is just like trying to clear throat. Now, can we find like this antiquities dealer? And you said that maybe we can speak with them. Maybe perhaps they might know of a local British community of people, as Sammy was speaking about. Maybe if we speak with somebody not randomly on the street, we have more luck.
What's Pavel's code name?
No, Pavel? No. See, this is what we're going to do. I will be Gregor, and Gregor will be Pavel. Boom. Boom.
Okay, yeah, you find someone selling trinkets right off the bat. You see, there's like little stone trinkets that look like they've been dug up out of the desert. There's little metal statues. There's recreations of pharaohs and things like that being sold there. Mummies. You're claiming they're real mummies. All kinds of stuff.
No way.
Oh wow! Look over here! Oh my gosh! Do you know this guy over here told me that his family has been passed down this like miniature little mummy for like 8 generations, and oh my, he sold it to me for like next to nothing. Oh my gosh! And then she's just. Ruby is just beside herself. She's never seen anything like this. The massive people, the massive colors and smells and activity. It's clearly overloaded her.
Yes.
Gregor.
Lucy.
Gregor would like to go into an antiquities dealer, find a very affordable piece to purchase to break ice, so they say, and ask a question saying I am and I will affect a British accent when I do this.
I thought you were talking about your gopher for a second there. I forgot. Okay, you switched.
I am Gregor.
So you are Gregor.
In Zoom.
And Pavel's gonna go, I don't know, find a hookah somewhere.
Pavel he's on the back like normal. He's
All right.
very hot.
All right.
Appreciate. Got a little umbrella for him.
Sure, you walk in and there's tapestries and stone statues and carvings all over the place, and the proprietor comes up to you and, oh, how can I help you? How can I help you? What are you looking for? And he starts grabbing his stuff. Perhaps this is ancient, it's old. This was dug up from a pyramid not too far from here. Can I interest you in?
Oh my good sir, this is fabulous. Absolutely wonderful here. I will take yes, I'm sorry, I'm very new, looking for friends.
And he's a linguist, so I feel like he would be able to do accents.
Okay.
I don't know.
English. You're English.
Yeah.
Yes, I can speak a little bit of the Arabic, and
Then I'll bleed into Arabic at that point.
Sure. Fluently?
Yes.
Or are you just gonna like pretend like you're not very good at it?
I will pretend to be somewhat new to the area.
Broken Arabic?
Yes.
Yeah, he humors you as you use the odd Arabic word in a sentence filled with English, and he helps you. And oh yes.
And then I will try as Sammy / Leo was talking about before,
Seeing if I could, as a newly arrived British chap, I was curious are there any formal, small communities or expats or I don't know the proper terminology. I'm very bad at this. That sort of thing. It's a good... Yes, that.
Good observation. Sounds suspiciously like Dr. Barrington Bostwick.
It very well could be, but he got eaten by a giant flower.
Go ahead and make me reason and persuasion. And if you have like a specialty, you can use like charm if you want. Negotiation.
I thought about going charm, but I didn't. I'm gonna burn him.
While Gregor and Pavel are doing that,
One difficulty.
Sammy/Leo is got his head on a pivot. You know, he's watching the marketplace to see if anybody is taking particular
Sorry, there should be
interest in
another
us.
one.
Oh my goodness!
I burnt a thing. I just forgot to add the extra one. That is one success and a complication.
God, we've already got a fail forward
Take
complication.
threat. Just
right
take
here.
threat. We already did one complication.
And sorry, what were you doing, Leopold?
So he's got his head on a swivel. He's looking to see if anybody is paying attention to us, either the guys who ran off or just anybody else who might have been watching the port and watching the four of, watching for people like the four of us.
You can do a insight observation. You can do sight specifically if you have it. Difficulty 1.
1, okay.
Okay, go ahead and take that
Nice.
momentum. You're scanning the area, scanning the crowd, and you don't believe you see any of those men you saw previously. But you're kind of standing at the entrance here. Ruby, Lucy, whatever she's going by right now, she's kind of like a little distracting because she's next to you. She's picking things up and looking at them, and oh my god. And, but you're pretty confident that you don't see anybody, and not just those men, but like anyone in particular. Like you are being looked at because you do stand out quite a bit, but you're not sensing any like ill intent from anybody at this point with your successes, other than people who are they're curious more than anything.
Sammy telepathically shares that information with everybody that he thinks we're not under undue scrutiny for being here.
You just hear, what if they have a sword? I want a sword.
Do not fear the Tony. I am sure if we will find your sword at some point in your career.
Is there a sword in this antiquities dealer?
Let's roll for it. High or low? High or low?
High.
There is a sword hanging
would be
on the
the
wall.
thing.
There is a sword.
That's what Gregor would like to get.
I don't know what type of sword would be appropriate. A saber or a scimitar, maybe, or something.
Similar to a scimitar, probably. Well, a khopesh. It could be a khopesh.
Khopesh?
Khopesh,
Okay.
yeah.
So there's a
Yeah.
khopesh hanging on the wall. It looks quite old. It is, looking at the patina, this looks like a legit antique and not just something they would hawk off on tourists.
I want to hold up Pavel so he can like get his little hands close to it.
Okay. The shopkeeper goes, What is that? What is that? Keep that thing away!
This is all the rage in London and Britain. All those places where the islands are, where I'm from. Yes, like cats. Very much so, very much. But they're quite lovely.
You keep vermin as pets? I don't
Well-
understand.
One man's vermin is another man's life partner. Yes.
I don't understand. Are you interested in the sword? He asks.
I am most interested in a bit of information.
Oh, this
as
is
well, if you-
very, very, very expensive. This is ancient. This is centuries old. It was worn by a great warrior. And he gets up and he kind of takes it down off the wall and he's holding it in his hands out towards you to look at and observe.
Quite beautiful. Quite beautiful.
Is there any way to assess whether this is actually as quality and old as he's trying to make it out to be, or is he trying to take me over here?
Yeah, let's do. We could do. Oh, I suppose history under academia, if you have it.
Okay.
Which
don't
I know you
history, but I
do.
have academia. I have academia.
No, actually, we're gonna do pharmacology. No.
Well, I am big farm.
Yeah,
Very
we'll
chance
do history and we'll do insight. Insight.
Okay. All right.
And it'll
It's
be a
good- it's
difficulty
good combination for me.
difficulty of 1.
I will go ahead
Lot
and
of-
burn a momentum.
A lot of 1 rolls here.
And I'll get
Wow.
the momentum back.
Nice.
You know, you look at it, it is definitely old. Like I said, there is a natural patina to it, but it doesn't seem as old as he's claiming centuries old. It does not seem that old, especially the style. And you can find some markings on there, like a maker's mark. You're not necessarily, one who's an expert on swords or anything like that, but it doesn't seem to quite check out with what he's telling you. He's definitely building it up, making it more grandiose than it really is and more important than it is.
Well, good sir, this is a very fine piece indeed, but I believe some of your information may be inaccurate. You see, I am a very intelligent man with several degrees in many leather-bound books, and I can assure you that your dating of this particular item is slightly off. Now, it's still fabulous and wonderful, and I'm still quite interested in purchasing it and the information as well. However, your asking price is a bit steep. And as I would prefer to provide you with, money. There's a damn word I can't think of. Patronage today. I think we can make an arrangement. Yes.
He kind of squints his eyes, doesn't say anything, and stares at you, and he slowly shakes his head. Yes, perhaps I may have misaged this.
Well, we have many things here. I'm sure there's several demands on your time.
Who or what is it you work for? How are you so knowledgeable of such things? Being a man from, being an Englishman.
I'm a professor of linguistics at Oxford. Gregory Bostwick.
Linguistics, but
Doctor.
you know quite a bit about swords.
Well, I am a bit of a collector, and if you can see my friend out there, the very large fellow, well, he is my body man. He protects me because I'm very important, and he is not as important. And I want to cheer him up. This is his birthday, you see, and it is a custom, at least in London, to purchase gifts for those who are lesser than you on their birthday, and that is what I am attempting to do.
This is a very nice gift for one who is lesser than you.
Well, he lived a very difficult life, you see, and I think this would cheer his spirits. Indeed. Yes.
Very well. He says, 30 American dollar or British pounds.
I believe that is a good deal.
That's a lot of money back then, obviously.
I have no idea. I'm a linguist, not an economist.
Yeah.
Would we have enough of petty cash to use for this? So
I would say so. You would have been given quite a lot of money when you were sent out on this mission. It also did say between these points or these cities, there was the opportunity for acquisition of new materials and weapons and additional things, and I kind of skipped that because I didn't think you were going to need anything. But we can retcon that, and you could have asked for some funds to be wired to you.
I still would like to get in this fancy Kopesh. To see that big goofball smile across his face.
Yes, okay.
He doesn't smile often.
Yes,
I think this would work.
30 British pounds.
Of course. And directions to the British Embassy, or perhaps a community of British big game hunters or archaeologists in the area.
You
5 additional pounds, of course.
Yes, I can direct you to the embassy. You have friends here you're looking for?
Oh yes. Good friends indeed.
Anyone in particular? Perhaps I could help you out for some more funds.
have I got the sense that he's on the up and up? Like, does he seem a little sketchy or anything? Is he I mean, other than just normally trying to get you.
You could do an insight observation, just be a 1. Difficulty again.
Just to be safe before I drop the actual.
After you've already almost been someone want to go stab you in a back alley, sure. Yeah, 2 successes. Go ahead, take the momentum. He seems genuine. Like, at first he was kind of being a little greasy and slimy, was trying to play this thing up, but you did catch him off guard, it seems, and he seems to be upfront. And you also pointed at Tony over there, who's your muscle, and he might be a little intimidated as well with Tony standing out there.
I will mention, yes, a good friend, Major Aloysius Blythe Manders.
You see,
As
like,
you can tell by the name,
his face
probably
just
British.
loses, like, any expression on it. He goes, that explains everything.
Oh dear.
Yes, I'm familiar with your friend, Mr. Mathers. Explains why you know so much about these things. He's notorious for finding artifacts and weeding out con men and local hawkers. Yes, I can see why you're so familiar with such things. Yes. Yeah, he lives over in the Saidaya Xenia district. You can find him over there. You just ask around for your friend, and I'm sure anybody could point you in the direction of his house.
No, absolutely wonderful. This has been
Sayida,
a delightful visit.
Sayida Zenab district is where he lives. That's how you...
Of course. You wouldn't have to have like a box with a bow. I could put the... No, never mind. You probably don't do gift wrapping. That's fine. Thank you very much.
He takes your money. You're 35 pounds because you did promise him 5 more.
Have a wonderful eve, and I'm sure I will return here at some time to purchase more of your fine goods.
You hear him
Thank
kind
you,
of
sir.
curse under his breath in Arabic as you're leaving.
Well, that's fine. Tony,
I will say as I leave,
happy birthday!
still speaking in my horrible British accent.
Oh, thank you. I don't deserve it. I'm so beneath this. So grateful,
right.
though.
You're absolutely right, but you know, I got it for you anyway.
Normally, I would find some reason to do something untowards, but this is really cool. He's immediately going to start spinning around and testing the weight. He will swing it around like a big dummy.
And then I'll convey, the district stuff. I'm not sure how much they heard or
Sure. Yeah.
heard through the telepathy.
I'll say he gave you directions on how to get that district from here and everything. And with your double success on observation, he seems genuine about it. And it sounds like, yes, this man is notorious for going around and calling out con men and hawkers. And so he has quite a reputation here in this town and the bazaars and the markets and stuff. So, shall we head there next?
Yeah.
All right, so you head off in that direction. We'll say you use the path that he gave you, and you kind of ask around when you get there, and locals point you in the direction of where this Major Aloysius Blythe Mathers lives. And you guys easily find this house that stands back from the street, behind, and there's big walls all around it. And a latticed wooden gate set deep into a thick outer wall. And you see a metal bell pull with a highly polished brass handle affixed to the wall to the right of the gate. None of that, you don't see any activity. You can see through the gate, the latticed wood. There's an immaculate garden on the other side outside this house, but you don't see anybody milling about. It's a 3-story house. It's quite large and lavish for Egypt and even this area.
We reach over and pull the bell.
Okay. Ring the bell. Bing, ding. And after a few moments, you see the front door open, and this man comes out. He's tiny. He's like gnarled in his shape. He's kind of like hunched over. He's wearing a turban. He's got like a white clothes on top and bottom, and he comes over to you, and you notice right away he's got these bright blue eyes, and he looks at you, and again he does the same thing. that the others seem to do. That kind of like starts with one language and works their way through a few, asking, like, how can I help you? What is it you look for? And he's kind of sizing you all up as he asks. He looks at all of you up and down, looks at you. You know, it's almost unnerving the way he's looking. And he chuckles after he asks you that, and he's looking at you.
We are here to see the Major. We have mutual friends from London.
He... You hear him mutter in Arabic. He's speaking to you in English. You hear him mutter under his breath in Arabic. Something about complaining about you taking too long and making him wait. And you see him open the gates. Yes. Come in. You're here to see the Major.
What is... And then I switched to Arabic. Why were you waiting for us? And why did we take too long to get here for you, my friend?
He kind of chuckles, and you see him scratch at one of his arms, like his inner forearm, kind of nervously. He goes, "Oh, good, all in good time. Well, the Major. You're here to see the Major."
But my friend, it is very rude not to introduce ourselves. So I am Sammy. This here is Tony and Gregor, and of course Lucille. And who are you? Who are we having the pleasure of speaking with?
I am Janan El Raf. My family has looked after this site, this house, this property for many, many centuries, and I continue that tradition.
So can I roll something to like look at his arm to see if like the scratching is because of crash or
he's got long sleeves on. You
Okay.
can't really see anything at this point.
My friend, are you all right? Does something ail your arm? I fancy myself a little bit of a nurse.
So you want to try and reason with him and persuasion, I'm going to say? And it's going to take 2 successes?
Yep. Reason and persuasion. Okay.
I am not injured. I do not need a nurse.
For sure. But I mean, like, let's see. 1. Very well.
He goes, "No, I am fine. I was bit by a mosquito and I have a..."
Well, I probably have something in my bag that can assist you. I'd be more than happy to share it with you. I know, like you're from here and all that, but you never believe where we've been, where our travels have taken us. And I might have something in here that could assist.
All in good time, he says.
We then lead on to the Major.
Yes, indeed. And he leads you past this well-tended garden. You see there's a shrine nestled in one corner of it. And the building's exterior is not really decorated whatsoever, especially the walls facing out in the street. Apart from 1 or 2 intricately carved blocks of stone. But as he escorts you through the main door, you enter into like an airy, modestly decorated greeting area of the house. And you see a portly man sitting there. He's wearing a well-tailored linen suit, white linen suit. He's got a big bushy mustache and kind of a comb-over of white hair going over. And he's sitting there and he's puffing away at a shisha pipe. And he's, "Oh, hello, what, we have guests? Who are these people? Please come in." And he gets up and he comes over and he grabs, we're going to say, Jonathan, your hand. You're the closest. He grabs your hand, a hearty handshake, and just grabs it and shakes it. Welcome. And he goes down the line and shakes all of your hands. "Major Aloysius Blythe Mathers, welcome to my home. What is it that brings you to my house?"
Curiosities.
Major, we are working for your country, and we are on the trail of some very interesting, perhaps antiquities, you could say, from information from a journal of Herr Uckleman. Are you familiar with this man's work?
Kind of stands back and strokes his chin. Ehrlichman. Yes, I'm familiar with that name. I met him, once, years and years ago, when I received a letter from him. Not too long ago.
But we are following up on his research into the Black Stone. We have recently come from Rome, and we are interested in continuing his search. And since you've so prominently mentioned in his notes, we thought the best place to start was with you, based on your experiences.
Oh, I wonder. Yes. You can see that in the house here too. There are antiquities everywhere, like hanging on the walls, and he has display cases about all over the house. Where's this Ehrlichman? He was a pleasant chap. What, is he not with you?
Unfortunately, he was executed by the Black Sun, the Germans.
Most unpleasant. I'm sorry to hear that.
So were we. That is why we are trying to ensure that his research is concluded by the Allied forces instead of those of the Black Sun or the Nacht Wolf.
Oh, that's terrible. Well, he was interested in a black stone, and he messaged me about it. He wanted to get back out. He was looking into it years ago. He's researching it, and he wanted to get back out here and find this thing. He felt he had some unfinished business with it. And that's the last I heard from him.
Mr. Aloysius Major, many names.
Aloysius Blythe Mathers.
Yes, that. We have it on possible authority that Mr. Bachman believed possibly that the stone was in the museum here. Is this something that you can confirm or
that is quite possible. I have a great working relationship with the Museum of Antiquities. As you can see, I'm quite a collector myself. After I retired from the army, I became fascinated with the Egyptian culture, and I moved here, and I've kind of made it my mission to find and preserve their culture, make sure it does not end up in the hands of some hawker in a market somewhere, and it ends up in museums or collections like mine, and it's properly looked after and shared with the people that it should have belonged to.
Yes, your reputation precedes you on the streets. Yes.
I've had a few run-ins with the local hawkers. I'm not well liked out there, you can say.
Oh well, then here, and Ruby will hand over her fake mummy that she bought at the market. Oh, here, keep this then. Then I obviously don't need it. You know what? You're right. We should keep everything here to preserve the culture and so forth. I feel awful buying it.
You hold it out, and he kind of looks at you. My good lady, that is nothing but a fake. There's probably cat bones or something in there. That is not a real me.
Oh, I see.
These you can see these the strands, the cloth they've used has been dipped in tea to make it look old. This is a fraud. This is a fake. Where did you buy this? I will go there in the morning and shut this man down.
This nice man named Darius. Oh my gosh! I feel awful.
Darius. I've not heard of any locals named Darius.
Please don't get. Please, he was such a delightful man. Please, I wish him no ill will.
All right, my dear. Can I get you a drink or something? Calm the nerves.
Do you have a washroom I could possibly use?
Yes. Yes, and he points around the corner. Go. Help yourself, my
He's such a dear. She'll kiss him on the forehead and
Oh, and he blushes. Now,
So, Major, back to our earlier conversation.
Yes,
you said
yes,
you have
yes.
contacts with the museum that may be of use to us in our inquiries.
yes, I could write you a letter to get in there and speak with the curator, one Etienne Dubois, who's currently looking after the museum, and get you access to whatever it is you are looking for. Most likely, I can accompany you there tomorrow as well if you like. We can go in person.
That's
would be
very
greatly-
kind.
Yes.
In your personal experience, Major, where would such an artifact be located within the museum? I'm assuming it would not be on display, or others would already know of it.
No. If it's not on display, they have a vast catalog and artifacts. They're trying to work through everything right now. You see, it's changed hands a number of times. The museum itself is not that old, and they are trying to get a handle on what they have. And a lot of it isn't really tracked. And now they're introducing a catalog system there in the museum, and perhaps you could find it there. I know they have a couple of folks working on going through all the antiquities and properly keeping track of these things. It could be buried down in the basement somewhere, for all we know.
And you have your ear to the ground, so to speak, here in Cairo, amongst the people?
I would like to think so.
I ask you this because it is very important. There are maybe German agents working against us here now already, or perhaps very soon. Would this be something that you would be made aware of through your local contacts?
Well, I do keep in contact with the old chaps back in the army and such. I do. I have my military contacts. I'm made aware of what's going on back at home and abroad. Is there anything I can do to help in that regard?
So we would simply like to make sure we are made aware of any parties who are showing interest into our operations. And I must warn you, Major, the fact that you are aiding us may put you at some risk yourself.
I am not concerned.
Of course not. A soldier such as you would
That
not
is
have
good.
nothing to worry about. But forewarned is forearmed. Is that not a saying that you British use?
Indeed. He kind of twirls his big walrus-like mustache. Can I get you a drink? Would you care for drink, some tea? Please, you must be my guests for dinner tonight. You must not. Don't leave. We have much to talk about. Well, it seems like we have
was not
common
planning to.
interests.
It's very
But we-
kind of you, Major.
Could we stay? You have a very big place right here, Like, do you have, like, rooms, possibly? It's looks... Is this not... Why is everybody looking at me? Was that... Sorry. No, I guess I'm not supposed to ask that.
You're not staying anywhere? You're not put up anywhere?
We haven't... We are between hotels.
When did
right
you
now.
arrive?
We
like
arrived
a
earlier
Few
today.
hours.
Oh, you came right to me.
Of course.
You are the
Managing to
expert.
stash and
We must...
reputation.
Very good, very good. Would you like a tour of my house? Perhaps I could show you some of my wares and...
You're far too kind. Please lead on, Major.
Ruby, did you want to do anything when slipping away?
yeah, I wanted to see where our friendly neighborhood servant went to.
Servant. Yeah, his family looks after the gardens of this place for many
Yes.
centuries.
Yes.
Yes. Old Jarin El Araf. He
Jarin?
is, yeah, Jarin. Lel-Rauf. El Araf. Rauf. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you kind of break away, and he's you look, and he's tending to the gardens out back, or out front, I should say. Sorry, out front.
So what kind of flora are we looking at here?
Floor stone.
The flora. So like what?
Oh, flora. Gotcha.
What kind of flowers?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's whatever's native to Egypt.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
like, oh.
Sorry.
I'll point to a beautiful, robust blue blossom and say, oh, do you know what these remind me of? These remind me of geraniums back in Canada. Gosh, I feel like it's been for ages since I've seen my home. Do you tend the gardens all by yourself?
He turns around and he looks at you with these blue piercing eyes again. This time his sleeves are rolled up, and you notice on that one arm where he was scratching on the inside of his forearm, he's got a tattoo of that like double-lined twisting, swirling shape that you saw in Ehrlichman's notes in his diary.
Okay. And I, you know what, I can totally understand why you're scratching earlier. You know, like my cousin Ernest, silly fellow, fell into a patch of stinking nettle when he was 7. And I mean, everybody knows that you can't just sit there and wash away stinging nettle. It like sticks in your arm and you get this awful rash. It's red, it's itchy. What you have to do is you have to get some honey and some cloth, smear that honey nice and thick over the arm, wrap it in some fabric and pull it off quickly. It may hurt a bit, but those little needle bastards will come out and you'll feel so much better.
As you're talking, he just walks over to you as you're talking. He doesn't interrupt you. He doesn't even really seem like he's paying attention to you, and he walks up and he just grabs your hand and holds it in his, and he just puts a finger to his mouth, like doesn't say shush, but just kind of makes the gesture.
I'm sorry.
And
should I not be talking?
he leans close to you and he says in English, I want you to return after dark, and you must bring with you the flower of a blue lotus. And then he lets go of your hand, and he, in the sand on the ground, he draws what an Egyptian blue lotus looks like to like give you a visual of what you're looking for. And then he turns around and he goes back and starts tending to the garden.
Thank you. And I'll go back into the house and I'll mentally relay.
Oh yeah, you're all. Yeah, that's right. You're all mentally connected.
Range, right? I'll be like, "Oh, shut the front door, guys! You'll never believe what just happened to me." Gosh. Pavel, shh! I'm trying to be serious mentally here. No. Oh, now I feel awful. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. We have to find a blue lotus. And of course I can mentally show them what I remembered, of course, right? And we have to find this, and we have to return tonight after dark.
Very interesting. Very well done, Lucille.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow.
So I'll come back into like the main sitting area and be like, oh gosh, Major, thank you so much. I feel so much better. Just splash some water on my face and it's like magic. That I don't understand how you can be so like calm in the heat of Egypt. I don't think I've ever experienced anything quite so hot. My goodness. Do you have a drink I could have?
Yes. What would you like to wet your whistle?
Well, quite frankly, sir, I'll leave that to you.
Would you like some gin?
Of course.
Very good. Let's go. I'll make you all a drink. Follow me to my bar. And he takes all of you. Makes you drinks, gets you water, whatever you like.
I'll loop my arm in his.
All right, this old man is tickled by the by this. He leads you from the greeting area, and you can see in the center of this house is like a big open air area. It's completely open in the middle, and in the middle of it is it appears to be an old well that is covered up. There's like wood on top, and there's like an idol or a statue, not really like an idol, but a statue that's been placed on top as well, an Egyptian statue. And he takes you to the next room and starts fixing all drinks and getting whatever you need, whatever you desire while you stay here. And he'll start showing you around the house. And like I said, it's 3 stories. And it's a pretty nice house. It's a very fine example of Islamic architecture and engineering. And the way it's constructed, he tells you it managed to keep off majority of the summer heat. It is actually quite cool in here compared to outside. And he shows you around this house, and there are tons and tons of trinkets and antiquities all over the place. And they seem legit. Like, if anybody wants to, you can make an Insight Academia, specifically history roll, be 1 difficulty, if you want to just kind of like glean a little bit more. But just looking at it, he seems very knowledgeable as he's talking about all these things, and he gives you a story behind each one, how, you know, where he found it, or where he managed to get it off of a scammer, or he maybe encountered some tomb robbers and foiled them, and he made sure that they were given to the right people, and he was gifted this one, and it's made his way into his collection. And when he passes, everything will be given back to the Egyptian people. But yeah, other than that, he's gonna be a great host. He's gonna serve you dinner that night, and if there's anything you want to do or ask him, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, he just shows you, he entertains and shows you a great time.
I think the one thing I think I would want to ask, so at some point you'd be like, so Mr. Major Aloysius of many names, so you said how is the German presence here? Like, is there, are they often within the city? We have heard rumors that they might be digging at Armana or elsewhere. What can you tell us of this?
Yes, well, I have not heard of much presence of the Germans at this time. Is there something of interest that would bring them here? I know when Ehrlichman reached out, he was part of the Deutsch Orient Geschlecht, and they were interested in these things here that they were looking into, and that's why he reached out to me. And he kind of gives dates, and he gives you an approximate date, and it does line up when Ehrlichman would have originally been researching it as part of the DOG and not his own little mission offshoot afterwards. He says, other than that, I have not, the Germans have not poked around here really for years. I don't know.
As we were saying earlier, unfortunately, our mutual friend his death is possibly at the hands of the Germans. So that is good. I was just curious. That is all.
Yes. No, I'm not aware. I've heard of what they're doing over there in Europe, and there's quite a lot of concern with what's going on. There's rumors of another war, but we'll never see one of that magnitude again, will we?
One would only hope not.
Never could happen. Not
Definitely not that magnitude. If we have another, we'll probably be bigger, to be honest, if you think about it.
I hope not. The atrocities I saw during the Great War were terrible.
Yes. I just think that as the future progresses and weapons get better and people get more angry and communication and cultures tend to kind of brush up against one another, the likelihood of increasing tensions across the geopolitical climates are probably going to rise. But that is just me. I'm crazy.
No, my Roger absolutely he agreed with you 100%. He was actually shocked. One of the reasons why we ended up going to England was because he wanted to be a part of it, wanted to be a voice of reason in the calamity of the ensuing aggression. So you're in this particular instance, Gregor, you are not crazy.
Oh, that's kind of scary, though, if you think about it. I was kind of hoping I was just making that up.
Well, it is very fascinating. But Lucille, did you not want to ask the major something about horticulture, something about some Egyptian flowering plant or something?
Right. Oh, Major, you know what? It was quite a long journey here, and one of the only things that was like sort of to read, because I packed in a hurry, so didn't really have a lot of leisure activities planned. Unlike my fellow visitors, so I kind of learned a little bit about flowers. Truth be told, it was on my bedspread, and I asked the maid in the morning, and she told me they were Egyptian lotuses, and my favorite color is blue. So I thought you could, like maybe point me in the right direction of a blue Egyptian lotus.
Oh, yes. There's a market nearby where I'm sure you can buy some. They're not very uncommon. They are beloved by the people here, and they're a symbol of Egypt themselves. But, yeah, you could find them, but they might be a little pricey.
Oh, that's fair. As a girl, this is a funny story. As a girl, I used to press flowers, and it was funny because the only book that I had was this obnoxiously old nursery rhyme book that was missing half the pages. So my mom said, yeah, it was okay for me to use it for pressing flowers, because really, who wants to read only the first couple of pages of Hansel and Gretel and end with the ending of Goldilocks? It really doesn't make sense, does it? Oh, anyway, is it possible if I just like pop out? Is there somebody that I could take me? Could you show me, Major?
I could be persuaded to go for a stroll with a lovely young lady.
Oh, you're so kind. So this has been a lovely meal, and I don't know about you folks, but I need to go for a bit of a walk. Are we? Can we go now?
He looks to the others, kind of like, do you mind?
Not at all, Major.
Sure.
An evening constitutional is an excellent idea for health.
Very well, very well. We'll go for a stroll. We'll get some flowers for the lady, and anything else that is of interest to the others. Is the rest of you. You are my guests. I will be happy to treat you.
Oh, excellent.
All right. So you go for a stroll. Is everybody going, or is someone hanging back?
I don't see any reason not to stay together.
Okay. So yeah, he takes you to a market. It takes some asking around to find some blue lotuses, but eventually does locate some, and they are quite pricey. They're a few dollars for these lotus, but he does buy them for you. He buys you a few.
Oh, thank you so much. Gosh, these are cheaper than the mummy I bought the other day.
Oh yes, that mummy. That thing, you best throw it away. It's trash. Don't support these people ripping off tourists, please.
Oh, right. It's already gone.
Takes you back to the house after a while, and the sun is going down. It's getting quite late. I'll call it an evening soon. I can show you to your rooms, and you can all have accommodations and stay here in my house. And in the morning, we can go to the museum together, and we can go talk to Mr. Dubois.
Oh, excellent.
Does that sound favorable?
That sounds like an excellent idea, Major. Thank you so much for your hospitality.
True, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you, Major. Many names.
It's Major Aloysius Blythe Mathers.
That is right. Many names.
Yes. Did you tell him your real names, or you gave your aliases? Tony and Sammy and Lucia. Lucia.
We're all doing. I think we all did our fake names.
Names.
Oh, great. All right. So he shows you all your rooms, and you'll have your own separate room, and he pardons himself and retires for the night.
Yeah, like as soon as I see the light go out from like underneath his room, I'm headed downstairs with my vase full of blue lotuses, and I'll go outside to the garden.
Yeah. Well, as you're going through the house and making your way through the garden, you see Jarin standing in the open air area in the middle of the house by the well. Standing there.
So you're going down alone, right?
Yep.
Let me try to relink our minds again, because it's only good for 5 hours.
Yeah, I was
so
going to say
figure it's probably
5 hours
well
have
in by
definitely
now.
passed.
So let me try again before you go down there, just in case things go sideways. Can I
Also,
use
you could-
one of the points of momentum to get an extra die?
Yeah.
Yes.
You could also take Pavel with you if you like.
Oh, that would be spectacular.
Oh yeah, 4 successes. So
Holy
we got our
crap.
momentum back. We're backlinked for another 5 hours. I'll roll the cost real quick, but I doubt it'll get past my. Yeah, no, I'm good.
Very good. Okay. All right. So you are mentally linked once again.
So I've I've got Pavel on my shoulder, and
Gregor.
right?
Yes. So
And yeah, go
Yeah.
down.
he's standing there, and can I have the flowers? May I have the flowers?
Oh yes, yes. Here you go. And I'll
Mm.
pass it over.
He takes them, and he says, "I will make you the red ale for the journey. I need the flowers for that.
Oh,
But first, we must do something." And you see him. He starts struggling to lift the Egyptian statue off of the cover on this well. He's trying to pull this thing off. He's doing it, but he's having a hard time.
well, I'll try and help him.
Okay. Yeah, the two of you manage to get this thing off, and he then takes the cover off of the well, and you see this dark water inside.
Oh gosh. So hey, question. You said something about a journey. Where are we going?
All in good time. All in good time. Just
Oh,
And he presses again his finger to his mouth, just kind of making the shush.
right. Can I roll like an insight to see if this guy seems like he's off his rocker?
Yeah, insight observation. Yep.
Or super murdery.
Right? Oh.
You assume, you're like, yeah, this guy seems legit. He seems like he wants to help me, and I've seen this symbol on his arm before.
Right? It all has to be good.
He said he walks over to you again. And he takes your hand, and he holds it, and he looks at you with these piercing blue eyes, and he starts to explain that the power of the sun has entered the Duat, and lies there waiting for you to free it. But first, you must find the doorway to the land of night, and the only way you can do that is through the Well of Stars. He looks at the well, which grants a vision to those who know how to conjure its secrets.
Oh. Will you teach me?
As he pulls out a rather long, fluffy brown ostrich feather, and he places it in your hand. And he points to his wrist where the tattoo is, and he starts to mimic like that shape, that swirling shape of the tattoo. And he points to the well.
So he's handed me the ostrich feather.
The feather, and he's pointing to the tattoo on his arm, and he's making the swirling motion, and then pointing to the well, to the water.
I'll go to the well with the ostrich feather and start mimicking the motions that he was like outlining his tattoo with.
Sure. Yeah, you walk over to the well and you look down. It's really dark water, and you can clearly see the reflection of the moon above you in this like mirror-like surface of the well. And you take the feather and you start making that motion and breaking the water as you do so, distorting it. And he starts chanting something next to you as you do so.
Are we picking this up through our telepathic link?
I don't. What does your link do? You can communicate with one another.
Still?
Yeah.
So am I beyond medium range from them?
No, they're close. They know that you've gone down there, so I'm gonna say you guys are gonna be alert. You're not gonna be like the other end of the building.
So it's like Gregor is reading a book somewhere in like the main floor or something.
Fair.
So if she's basically telling us what he's chanting, can I do an occultism roll or something to see if I recognize the language?
Yes, you can. Yep. And it'll be 2 difficulty.
Can I get in on that too?
Sure. With your mega language ability that you have.
Linguistics. Occultism, you said?
Yeah.
I'm going to use 1 point of momentum if everybody's okay with that to give me a 3rd die.
Totally.
Oh yeah, 4 successes.
Oh my
man.
God.
2 more.
Oh my God. Well, you guys both pass. It's not it is not Arabic. You can't really understand the words particular, but you've heard this accent. You've read texts that seem similar, like the dialect that he's speaking, the accents on some of the words, and you'd swear that it is Atlantean, which is as crazy as that sounds.
I speak Atlantis.
I know you do. It is Atlantean, and he's muttering about ancient beings and visions, and bringing the land of the land of the dead and bringing it to the land of the living, and all kinds of mumbo jumbo gibberish here about this praying to gods, ancient gods older than the Egyptian gods. Yeah, and you're swirling this feather and you stop, Ruby. And at first it almost seems like nothing's happened, but as the ripples fade, you definitely don't see your reflection or the moon in the water. Instead, you see a massive sandstone facade supported by 6 pillars. Each of the pillars contains the carved head of a woman with cow's ears. The image then shifts to the ruins of a building to the right of what is undoubtedly a temple. And as you're watching, the ground splits open and the sun begins to rise through the crack in the stone. And it blinds you, this light. You close your eyes and you shield your face from this bright, bright light. And as you take your hands down and open your eyes once again, everything's returned to normal. And Jirin is standing there, and he moves over and he starts to cover the well once again, and he's struggling to put the statue back on top.
So yeah, I just totally dazed. I collapsed beside the side of the well. Don't even offer to help the poor old man. And just like awestruck at what just transpired, for sure.
He goes over to you and he kind of helps you up. He props you on the well. He takes the feather from you. What is it you saw? What was revealed to you? What did you see?
the birth of the sun, like you said. I saw a goddess. I saw a temple, and it was so bright. It was so bright, and then there was no moon. Oh my god. I saw the birth of the sun, like you said. What does it mean? What did I see? There was 6 pillars. Yes, there was a fortress with 6 pillars, and there was the goddess. She had cow ears, and all of a sudden there was this huge crack, and the sun, it came from the ground, and it was so bright, and then I was here again.
You see him, he looks, he goes, you saw the goddess Hathor, and it sounds like the temple of Hathor is what you witnessed, where you must go.
Where am I? Where I must go? What will I see there? Why?
You must follow the vision. It is guiding you.
Very well.
You must reclaim the sun.
I must reclaim the sun. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. How do I do that?
Well, the temple you speak of.
Yeah?
You must travel there. It is located a few miles to the southwest of Kina, the opposite bank of the Nile on the west side. It's just outside the small town of Dendera. And there you will find this temple you saw in your vision.
Okay.
And that is where you must reclaim the sun. You must make it your journey into Duat and face the challenges of the gods.
Okay.
They are waiting for you.
They're for me?
And for you.
Oh, wow. Gosh. Folks back home would never believe what just happened to me. Golly. Well, thank you, dude. What should I pack? I don't know. Like, do I need to go now? Like, I don't know. I need to go and wake my friends. What do I?
No, you must prepare. I will use these lotuses you've given me, and I will make you the red ale of truth. You will need this in order to undertake your journey into the Duat.
Okay.
I will make this for you tonight, and it's important when you get there. You must face the challenges of the gods. If their hearts are found to be in the balance, they can then defeat the dread Apophis, and the sun will be theirs once again. Remember that.
I might need you to write that down. if you don't terribly mind. Holy smokes. Well, thank you so much. How can I ever repay you?
No. He just kind of shows his forearm again and draws the symbol. This is my family. He's purpose. This is why we are here. You were brought here for a reason, and I am meant to guide you. You don't need to repay me.
Well, thank you very much. Heck, if I see anything really cool at the temple that I think, John would love this, I'm going to bring it back for you.
Do not take anything from the temple. Leave it all there. And he just looks at you, smiles, and he takes your hand. He goes, I have helped you, am helping you, and will help you as I have always done.
That's deep. Awesome. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I feel like I need a drink. I hope you don't mind if I just step off to the side and have a glass of the Major's gin.
He just kind of like turns and starts walking away with the lotus flowers. Off to make your red ale of truth that you will need.
Golly. Yes, I'll go and pour myself a drink, and I'll find Gregor leisurely reading his book. Pavel,
Oh, yeah.
wake up. You would not believe what I've just encountered. It was absolutely incredible. Holy, and
Oh,
she'll ramble on into the intricacies of the vision and the whole lot.
Leo breaks in
Right.
telepathically. Lucille, yes, we are all linked to your mind and aware of all these that was going on as it was going on. But thank you very much for your detailed reenactment of it.
Gosh,
You have definitely found us a very interesting lead to pursue.
right? It's like he's known me my whole life. He says he's been helping me. He helped me. He's going to help me. Oh, I thought he was really creepy when I first met him, truth be told, but he seems to be all right.
Unless, of course, he is leading us down a path to absolute destruction for his own ends.
yes,
Sure.
yes. Maybe making us summon creatures that probably shouldn't be summoned. Something like this, yes.
However, I do
Probably
believe
not.
it
Not.
is an excellent lead to pursue regardless.
Indeed. Oh, me of all people. Holy. Oh, wow. She's just totally like Egypt has blown her wheel
Yeah.
of mind.
Oh man, you want to get really crazy? What if he didn't show you a where? He showed you a when, and that's why he's saying that weird stuff.
Oh. Well, stop it. You're making my head hurt.
Oh my
goodness.
gosh. Wow. In the vision, Matt, that is a great point. In the vision, were they were ruins, yes? Or were they
No, it was they. Let me go back. Great question.
If we only had a French-wielding baguette ninja with us, we would be complete in our attempts.
right?
What is this French you talk? I have not heard of this. I have been everywhere in Europe, and I've never heard this French thing you people talk about.
So there were ruins. So there was the temple with the 6 pillars, and then the image shifted to ruins of a building to the right of what was undoubtedly a temple. So ruins of a temple were also seen in this. And that's when the ground split open and the sun shone through.
Okay. Oh, Tony, you make a good point.
Tony Macaroni.
Scarboni, thank you.
Sorry.
I did go for the really lame rhyme. It just felt right. Yeah, I got ideas.
Of course. Oh, I'm sorry, gentlemen. I have to go to bed. This was what a night.
If we are going to go to the museum tomorrow morning early with the major, we should all get some rest.
That
Excellent.
sounds good. Yes,
However,
yes.
I would think perhaps we should set up a watch around the building just in case we were followed by any unsavory types.
Of course. Can I teach Gregor how to use the sword?
Oh, I already know how. Oh, you mean Pavel? Yes, of course you can teach
It's
Pavel.
in the brains. I should keep it up though.
Hi. He would very much enjoy that.
Someone asked, welcome Raiders, thank you for joining us. And someone asked, is that a groundhog in the tank? Jeff, behind
it
you.
is a marmot, normally named Gregor, but for this evening is going by the name of Pavel instead. It's complicated. He is very good. First in his class in kindergarten. Very, very smart marmot.
And
he knows a few words.
He does enjoy juggling the decapitated heads that
Yes.
Sergeant Morris provides him during
Right,
our
he-
madcap adventures.
I knew that feeding him melons when he was younger would come back somehow. I did not expect it for like a predisposition to play with decapitated heads. It's very strange. But it makes him smile, so and I do love to see him smile.
So Sergeant Morris or Tony, do you want to take the first watch or the last watch?
I'll go first. I'm still all wound up. This guy has amazing stuff here.
He does. And you have a sword now and a shield.
Yeah, and actually, like, I've got to focus an exotic weapon, so this is like, this is
Of
a
course
field
you
trip
do.
for me.
Of course you do.
So I love
Okay.
everything I'm seeing here.
Happy birthday.
Okay, so yeah, you can hear the Major loudly snoring from his room. And you guys can call tonight.
Yeah, I assume, Gregor is a deep sleeper, right? I know I'm so far
Yeah.
beneath him, but I'm gonna put his hand in a bowl of water.
Oh yes, Gregor. Remember when Gregor, originally named Pavel, goes to bed, he doesn't just sleep. He wanders. He's off in the dreamlands, searching for things. So, yeah, he's not gonna notice that at all. He's gonna
That's
wet
good.
himself very badly and sleep through it probably.
I feel better. It's petty, but I
Okay.
needed that.
And then the marmot will hear you and he'll see you doing it and be like, yeah. Hi.
As our telepathic link fades out.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And Durin disappears for the night. He's off to make this concoction from the lotus flowers that he requested. So then we can call it a night. You guys get some rest. You all sleep well. You don't have, strange, eerie visions or anything like that, even despite the eventful evening. But Ruby, you're woken up early with a knock at your door. It's quite. The sun isn't even up yet.
Hello? Hello?
It is done. You must set out as soon as possible.
And I'll open the door and let him in.
Yeah, Durin's standing there, and he hands you this glass bottle, and there's a stopper on top. He goes, "This is it. You consume it when you get to the temple, but not any sooner. But the time is of the essence.
So just hold it. So I drink it when I step inside, or when
You'll know when to drink it. Don't drink it now, but you'll know when to drink it when the time is right."
You were
Ruby, just down it on the spot. Oh, I need more blue lotuses now.
I'm just very thirsty.
Shit.
It's very dry climate, and I slept with my mouth open all night. Oh god.
She goes, the time you'll know when to consume it.
We'll set off as soon as we're done at the museum. We've got to make a stop.
The museum. There's no time for the museum. You have all you need.
What do you mean we have all we need? We're looking for so many different things.
Is this not why you came here?
To like.
I know that it is.
You know why we're here? Why are we here? Tell me.
This is your purpose now. This is why you are here.
My purpose? Oh, right. It's like you've known me. Right. You told me that last night. Right.
You must set out before the Major awakes.
Okay.
I will tell him you had business that you had to attend to.
Okay. I must write him a note of thanks. He's been so kind to us. Could you wake my companions? I have to get dressed. There's so much to do.
I suppose. Just turns around and starts going down the hallway, knocking on each door. I'm a gardener.
Oh, you're so much more than a gardener.
So you all get like knocks at your door. It's time.
Leo was already dressed and doing his calisthenics, and
time to
walks
set
out
out on
and-
your journey. You must go. You must not wait for the Major to awake.
Gregor and Pavel were raiding the pantry for nuts.
Sure, you find macadamia
Getting lots
nuts,
of them.
Leo goes.
Ooh, fancy.
and figs, and olives.
Eh.
Leo heads down to Ruby's room and knocks on the door.
Dates, bad dates.
Just hold on a second. I'm just about ready. And she comes to the door and she's just wrapping her nightgown around her. Sammy, it's so nice. Come in.
What is your friend from last night? Is Vulcanus? What is?
Yes. He came and he knocked on my door a moment ago, and she goes and gets the vial of truth, and gives it over to Sam. He says, "This is what he gave me." And he said we had to leave right away. And then I said we needed to go to the museum because the major was being so kind and blah blah blah. And he said time was of the essence. And he said this was my purpose. And he said that I would know when I needed to drink it, and I couldn't drink it before we got to the temple. And
So when you drink this, how will you be separated from us?
he did. You know what? I didn't ask that. Oh gosh,
This will be a very interesting trip across the Nile, I think, dear Lieutenant Ruby. I hope you're up to this challenge. It does appear that there's only enough for one.
No, it actually looks like there's enough. If you all needed to have some, there's more than enough there. Yeah.
Well, perhaps people can all have a smite drink of it then.
Oh, that would be excellent. Then we could all go on a crazy journey together.
He hands back the vial. He's like, I will wait for you to get dressed out in the hall then.
Oh, absolutely. Will you go get Sergeant Morris? I mean Tony.
Of course, Fraulein.
Thank you.
Tony.
Yeah.
It's Tony Scarboni or whatever your name is.
Yeah, Tony Scarboni. He's early to rise as well.
All right.
Sergeant Morris, I mean, Tony, I don't believe that I heard you in your room doing push-ups. Apparently, what are we calling her these days? Lucille has asked me to come and get you. Apparently, we must leave immediately for the Temple of Hathor that she spoke of last night.
I don't understand any of that, but if Lucille wants it, sounds like a ball.
Have you seen Pavel and Gregor, or Gregor and Pavel?
Yeah.
Whichever way it goes today, I am so confused.
I think they were getting some nuts.
All right. The two of you are talking. Ruby, Jaren returns to the room one last time after trying to find the others and wake them up, and he says, "It is done." And he grabs you, he takes your hand in, again, holds it and looks at you with his deep blue eyes, says, "Keep your mind sharp. Do not be chained by thinking that willow is only of use for making cricket bats." And he lets your hand go, and he walks away.
Wow. I am not the right person for this responsibility.
And we'll I think that's a good place for us to end there. I think that is excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, good stuff with Egypt. It's a good start. I enjoyed that a lot.
Awesome.
I enjoyed that a lot. I am enjoying this adventure. So thank you, Raiders, for joining us. We're gonna do the round table with whatever he's got going on. Jeff, what do you got going on between now and next week?
Sure, yeah, over on twitch.tv/the lollygaggers. Tomorrow night we are playing Mothership, Gradient Descent module. Saturday we are doing One Ring 2nd Edition, and on Monday we'll be back to playing Deadlands for Savage Worlds, and you can see both Matt and Jeremy in that game.
I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since we played it.
It has been like 42 days or something between sessions. It's
You guys didn't play it when I was away the 1 week, did you? You did something else?
Nah, yeah.
Been a hot minute. All right. Megan, is there any games you want to talk about or anything that you've been playing?
Well, other than playing with a specific GM last evening, some good old fashioned Arkham Horror was spectacular. But other than this game, I'm just enjoying my summer.
Very good. It's been very hot here. Very hot. Aaron, what games are you in?
Let's see. Tomorrow on Garblag Games at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Central will be the grand finale of Season 1 of Monster of the Week, where more than likely my character Ichabod and Pat's character Paz are going to kill one another. There will definitely be some PvP action going on there.
Awesome.
Then next Wednesday, also at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be continuing with season 3 of Once Upon a Time in the Old World in the Mootland, hanging out with the halflings. Then Thursday, I'm taking off for my birthday. And then next Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, over on the Lollygaggers, playing some Hunter the Reckoning 5e.
Very nice. Yeah, that reminds me. So next week, Thursday, there will be no game. Aaron, it's his birthday, and I have house guests. So we will not be playing on the 28th and possibly not on the 4th. We might be doing an alternate game on the 4th because Jeff's going to be away for the next. So it's summer. That's what happens gaming in the summer.
Yeah.
Things happen. Jeremy, tell me about this Patreon.
Yeah, Aaron Reese on Patreon. You've got comics, maps, art, RPG assets. It's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, and that'll be it for me. Like Jeff said, I'll be playing in the Deadlands game over on the Lollygaggers channel on Monday with Jeremy as well. I'm looking forward to that. And thank you everybody for joining us. Thank you for the Raiders. Thank you to Modifius for hosting our game on your Twitch channel as well tonight. That was awesome. Very unexpected. And we'll see you all in the near future. I was going to say next week, but we're not playing next week. In the near future with something. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you later.